Hey there fellow art lovers and fans of all things painted, welcome back! I had so much fun with the last DTIYS challenge that I decided to do another. For those of you who don't know, DTIYS stands for Draw This in Your Own Style, where you take a character or artwork someone else has posted and just draw it in your own unique style. It's always important to check the rules of a DTIYS if you decide to partake. Check for deadlines, what you're allowed to change, etc. So I find this interesting character named Vaelitha by Wolverine over on Blue Sky and just had to have a go at drawing her. So let's begin! I'd had a read at the backstory Wolverine posted below the picture, which gave me some ideas for her pose and later the background she would be sitting in. I sketched out the basic pose and background as well as props and a little curious secondary character. For reference, I used various royalty-free images I found online, mostly from Unsplash, and photobashed them together. I cannot overstate how useful photobashing is, as it lets you put together what you want to paint and gives you subject matter that's entirely new and unique to you. I find it particularly useful for referencing how a particular texture behaves or how the lighting falls on the subject matter. Then it was time to block in the colour on Vaelitha. As this piece was to be taking place at night, I had a reference image off screen with a moonlight filter applied via the colour lookup tool to it to help me get the right colours to paint in Vaelitha so that she would look like she was sitting in the moonlight rather than sunlight. Then it was time to start shading her in. I used a very soft brush as the lighting in this piece was more subtle. I worked my way through each piece separately, starting with her skin and then moving on to her hair and then her clothes and guitar. To each piece on the right hand side I also painted in an orange glow, the reason for which will become apparent later on. Once I'd finished painting Vaelitha, I started painting in her two possessions, a wooden staff and a braided bottle. I wonder what she's drinking. Mead perhaps? I love mead. I had the opportunity to taste it once when a friend got me a bottle for Christmas and it was delicious. Would definitely recommend it, so long as you're over legal drinking age. Otherwise, be patient. Then I moved on to her companion, the deer. I had this idea that she had been playing music on her guitar and the deer had become curious and wandered over to have a look, neck stretched forward in that cautiously inquisitive way they have when they spot something that interests them. I followed the same approach here, blocking in the colour before going in and shading each portion and adding in the orange glow. Then it was time for the background, keeping again to muted blues, purples and greens for that moonlit atmosphere. And at last it was time to paint in the very thing causing that orange glow. A nice roaring campfire, casting a gentle light on its surroundings. After painting in the wood, I moved on to the flames and the eruption of motes coming up from the centre along with the smoke. And with that, I was done. Let's have a look at the final piece. And any critique you have for this video's format would be very helpful. Let me know what you liked and what you didn't like in the comments section below, as I'm always looking to improve and make fun and engaging videos anyone can enjoy. And if you enjoyed what you just watched, please be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe and ring the bell to see more content. And if you want to get straight into some more art, you can go and watch this video for my latest content, or this one for something random.